Hey everyone, my name is Gabe and I'm from drumbeatsonline.com, a website that helps you become a better drummer. Today we're talking about 3 really cool hi-hat tricks, and these are just 3 little techniques that I like to throw in some of my grooves and some of my beats just to add a little bit of flair to them. They're really fun and I'm excited to show you them. So let's get started with our first hi-hat trick. So this first hi-hat trick is the first one that I ever learned, and it really changed my playing a lot. But before I start to go into it real quick, let me just show you what it looks like and what it sounds like. So all we're doing is we're just throwing an extra hi-hat note in there. So we're just sneaking it in with our left hand right under our top stick. So you might be wondering, well, why don't you just bring it around? I'm sure a lot of people play these extra notes by bringing your other hand around to the other side of the hi-hat. And my answer for that is bringing it over here takes a lot more time than just moving your wrist up. This is a lot shorter of a distance than coming all the way over here. So you can fit in a lot of those notes, especially when you're playing quick grooves and quick beats. And that's literally all it is. I normally play it on the and or the of a beat. So let's say I'm just playing quarter notes on the hi-hat, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I might add some in, let's say on the like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or the and of the beat. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So it's just literally just a small movement with your wrist from your snare drum up to your hi-hat. So what I would suggest doing is just playing that around different speeds. It's a really fun way to just add some quick little notes in. So I'll play around with that for a little bit and you can get a better sense for how it sounds and how that feels. So this next hi-hat trick just expands on the one that we just learned. So instead of just having one extra note where we sneak in with our left hand, we're going to have 4 notes total. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by playing a double on our right hand, just like this. And then we're going to sneak in our left hand, just like what we just learned, with the 3rd note. And then we're going to come back down with our right hand. So 4 notes total. It's a double, a sneak with the left hand, and then back down with the right hand. That would sound like this. So I really love that trick. It sounds really cool, like a bunch of notes are happening and people don't even know what's going on half the time. I love playing that trick at the end of my beats, like right after beat 4, to take me into the next measure of whatever beat I'm playing. So now I'll mess around with that so you can get a feel for how that sounds. So this 3rd hi-hat trick is the hardest in my opinion. What we're going to do now is we're going to be sneaking extra notes in by playing the pedal hi-hat. So by stomping our left foot right before we hit a note with our hands. So an example of that would be, let's say I'm playing quarter notes on my hi-hat, and then right before, let's say, beat 3, I use the pedal hi-hat to add in a note on the right before beat 3 if we're counting in 16th notes. So that would sound like this. So you might ask, why don't you just hit an extra note with your stick like we did in our first hi-hat trick? And my answer for that would be because playing an extra note with the pedal hi-hat sounds a lot different. It gives a different type of feel, a different type of sound. I'd almost compare it more to playing a ghost note on the hi-hat because you get a softer note right before getting a nice loud note with the stick against the hi-hat. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just sneak in the pedal hi-hat and then play one note right after it. And then sometimes I'll even play 2 notes after it, like this. So when played fast, that can sound really cool. So now let me give you a few examples of what that sounds like. So do you guys have any favorite hi-hat tricks? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys. And that's it for today's lesson. I just wanted to give you a couple of my favorite little tricks on the hi-hat that just sound really, really cool in beats. If you guys want some more in-depth drum lessons, please check out my full-length drum lesson course called Ultimate Beginner Drum Lessons. You can check that out right here. It's really awesome, I promise. And if not, you can check out my last YouTube lesson right here. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. It means so much to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.